Hello, welcome back to another video where today we are going to be looking at the FIFA 21 official gameplay reveal that EA did. We're going to be basically talking about all the new features in the game and basically having a look at the reveal. So but before we get into that, if you could please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you can stay up to date with any other videos that go live on the channel. But anyway, let's get into it.
What a game we have in store for you today. The hype has been building all week and the fans are pouring into the stadium. The tension palpable. Stay with us. We'll have all the action for you live right here on EA TV.
We've got a great panel of developers from...
Okay, so that actually looked really cool. They're actually having light shows in the game now. That intro was looking amazing, to be honest.
Promotion is a next-gen exclusive technology powered by Real Football that brings gameplay to the next level of realism. Hypermotion integrates advanced 11 versus 11 mocap and machine learning for the first time to create the most authentic, responsive, and fluid experience on the pitch.
So what is...
To be honest, as a like career mode guy, I do career mode. I actually quite like the sound of that. I think the game does need to be a little more realistic from that point of view when it's like versing the AI. But the questions that I would ask is like, do you want the same kind of realness when you're playing online, like on Ultimate Team? Yeah, I wouldn't say you would. That's the problem. The balance, I suppose. And why is it only on, why is it only on the new consoles? Why isn't it on PC? I mean, I do have the consoles, but why is that not on PC?
Studio through an optical way of doing it. And we used to have maybe 1, 2, 3 players, and we would tell them, go to this direction, kick the ball in this direction. So advanced 11 versus 11 motion capture. XN Suits allows us to, for the first time, capture 22 professional...
It seems like to me that EA are trying to go down the more realistic route rather than, which is fine. I'm happy with that as someone who plays for Reavel. But like I was saying, if you play online, I can imagine it would be a bit of a pain.
Footballers playing on the pitch. In other words, the data from these players in the real football environment, it's where it's powering the motion of players and teams in FIFA 22. So it's animation. This animation creates more organic and fluid motion in a different set of scenarios in the game. So what you're going to see is players...
Okay, so this is...
like, let's say a short step and then a longer step to properly get into the position where he can kick the ball for either a pass or shot or just a ball control. And that just makes things look...
See, this is quite interesting because obviously they're on about the new engine and obviously they're going on about how they did like motion captures 11v11 rather than 3v3 or whatever they did in the old games. That's good. I like that. And then obviously now you kind of got like this...
Football. Motion is more fluid because players in real life, they adjust their cadence, they look at the ball, they position their bodies to get there, to get to the ball. And that's what you see with this new machine learning technology that we have in the game in FIFA 22.
Can you tell me a bit more about this match, this 11?
Consoles. Tactical AI creates deeper intelligence for all 22 players on the pitch. This starts from the attacking side of things. Now in the attack, each of these players can have up to 6 times more decisions per second than ever before. So now the attacking runs are much more intelligent. And also the build-up play and the chance creation, the players make much more supported.
See, I quite like that for me because like when I find that I play like FIFA 21, I struggle with... because I tend to play quite fast and all the other players are dead slow. And it seems like all these people, like the number 10 there is running in. I find that they don't really make the runs in the other games. So I'm happy to see that they've made an improvement in that respect.
Runs, which improves the level of tactics. Also, the defensive side of things is a big improvement too for tactical AI. This was completely rewritten this year. So now the defensive side of the positioning team do more zonal marking and defend as a unit. Can
we just talk about how good that ball was? I quite like that.
A real game when you're watching it on TV. Like teams nowadays play very tactical, very structured formation. So we wanted to get that feeling across into FIFA 22.
You always tell me...
I'm not sure I want it to feel like a real game. I just want it to kind of be enjoyable and be able to play and enjoy myself. I'm not bothered if it's really, really realistic. I mean... Yeah, that's the thing. I think if they go too realistic, like, will they push people away with it?
the attacking tactics, you can set your tactics in both chance
See, for me, I'm pretty sure this is already a feature on FIFA 21.
creation and build-up play, which in other words means that if you have the ball in your defensive half of the pitch, you can set your tactics to play one way, possession football, for example, but then when you play on the attacking side of the pitch, you can change to completely different tactics. So gives the user and everyone more control to adjust your tactics and customize.
I'll be honest, whenever I mess around with them, I don't actually realise what they do. I never actually notice anything, but maybe that's just me.
The new kinetic air battles. So now when the ball's in the air, you see the differences where two players are synced together. So the visuals of two players going up for the header look way better than it ever has, but also maintaining the responsiveness of what the user wants, because you really need to focus on the responsiveness as well as the visuals. So these two,
I think like the headers.
the in-air play.
Oh, I've just gone off that. The headers in like this game, I think are terrible. Like, no one ever scores from a header that I know in recent times.
Battles in FIFA 22.
Yeah, and the thing about the new stumble or fall after that collision, it's not like individual objects hitting each other. This is like two players really going up and battling for the ball. So two players could be running side by side, jumping up for the ball. They could be backpedaling. One guy could be running in a certain direction, the other guy in the opposite direction. But the point.
Yeah, it's like they're definitely trying to make it more realistic to me. That's definitely the way that I feel like they're going.
Is that they go up together. You're going to feel that physicality now.
There's a bunch of...
That's the key. These animations are longer and they have multiple touches, which allows you to bring down a ball off the chest and onto your foot in one fluid motion. So with the longer animations, you're able to take the ball off your thigh, cushion it, and turn quickly away from your opponent. You're going to feel these new animations, especially in...
See, I'm happy they're actually going to try and do something, because I find that the first touch from the old games are always terrible. Like, and you can never control them. Like, they lose, they run with the ball. Like, the whole lot is rubbish, I think. So I'm glad that they're trying to do an overhaul of that. That's definitely...
Controlling air balls. So anytime the ball's in the air or bouncing, you're going to take that quick touch off your thigh or off your chest, turn fluidly with that second touch.
See, that looks quite fluid, to be honest. That's a good ball as well.
Feature composed ball control, because the players are way more natural at taking that first touch and transitioning to the second one.
Look at the very start of this clip. You can see a multi-touch trap, if I'm not mistaken, where he's shielded.
See, that is pretty good, but I just can't see how they're going to continue to pull it off.
You see that the best players, they're just trying to adjust for the best shot or the best pass.
Yeah, and like in professional footballers, also, as well as Kancho was saying, the realism in FIFA, from an authentic point of view, it's all about the first touch. Like when you coached as a kid or up until whatever.
I agree with that. The first, second touch in this game, football, everything.
Level you play at, always focus on the first touch, getting the ball out of your feet, 1-2 touches, and then you're away.
And
tell you what, I am happy with that. I think, you know, that's definitely something that needed looking at.
all the time. I'm saying man on, go here. I'm offering support. All these things that professionals do all the time, every second during a game, communicating, talking.
See, again, that's going to make it more realistic. I'm happy with that. It's you know, you got the players talking to each other, putting their arms out if they want to like pass or whatever. That's good news to me.
There's a lot of new behaviors that we've added. Players just gesturing to each other, saying like, hey, I was free for a pass. Why didn't you pass it to me? Or look, I'm going to go into this space. Pass it to me there. Or look, watch out who's behind you. These are just some examples of the behaviors that we're adding to the game. And some of them are super subtle. You may not pick them up, but you're going to get this general sense that players are more alive.
You know where you're going to...
As well as making smarter decisions in vital moments in the game.
To be honest.
So a goalkeeper rewrite, I think, has been needed for a long, long time. Times you have goalkeeper glitches and all that stuff. So the fact that it's going to be harder is better, I think.
That was the first thing I noticed when playing FIFA 22. It was like, I was playing, I was like, okay, I understand, this is cool. But when the ball went to the goalkeeper, he did a completely new animation. It just stood out because I'm so used to, as a core player, I'm so used to the regular animations until FIFA 21. And then the first time he came out, I was like, wait, what's he doing? It was really stood out.
Yeah, of course, for the animations, we've completely added a bunch new animations to refresh how the keeper looks, as Gabe was saying. So
yeah, and it's not just the animations, right? The tech we're using to, to play back those animations has been upgraded. So
it's good that the, like I say, the goal has always been the same, really. So the fact that they are upgrading it is good.
Gabe mentioned, the first thing you notice is like, oh my God, that was so much more fluid than last year's game. Yeah, even just the small details about the way the goalkeeper follows the ball as it passes his hand. That's all much more realistic than it was before. So not only the full body animation of the goalkeeper flying through the air, but the way his head is tracking the ball as it flies into the net.
And that really changes the perception of the game. How the ball moves is a lot
So true
more
ball
authentic,
physics.
and you notice that.
So they've got this thing now called true ball physics, which looks like the passes, to be fair, do look
Right away.
really nice.
For example, if you do a pass, a love pass to switch the field, the hang time of the ball is now more obvious and really so satisfying to do one of those love passes across the field. And so again, to put it in context,
I mean, I'm not sure what it's going to make, like what kind of changes it is actually going to make to the actual game because, you know, let's be honest, you don't really pay it. I don't think the hang time is very important, but I suppose it'll look nice in the more realistic thing that they're going for.
You're going to get a bigger push and acceleration.
Explosive
now,
sprint.
This works both on dribbling and defending. So if you're trying to catch up to a dribbler who maybe got a step on you, you're going to get that boost while just running and sprinting. But if you're a dribbler, you can really lure that opponent in to get close and get by him with a quick acceleration.
That changes the way you...
I mean, personally, my opinion would be that I don't think it needs to be altered. I think there was not a problem with the sprint functions at all. I suppose it depends on how they're going to set it up. I mean, is it, you know, they were just saying about how, you know, you can use it twice or something, but like, you know, you don't want it to be too overpowered.
You defend and attack. You've got to really think about now when you press that sprint button. You get the benefits of waiting and trying to have these mini games between the attacker and the defender to really time these inputs to see this explosion of sprint in both defenses and attacking side of things. So,
and one of the biggest questions.
Okay, so that was indeed that, and well, I don't know. That was that. There was positives, there's negatives, but like, where do I begin? So you have the hypermotion technology, which I think does look good. I think it is more for the career mode kind of guy, because like it seems like they're going down the more realistic route, which I personally like because I prefer career mode anyway. But I don't know, would it be a pain for like the FIFA Ultimate Team people that are having like matches and all that stuff? And then you add like the tactical AI. I mean, let's be honest, the AI has been needing an overhaul for a while, but again, they've said that before and not really changed much. But it does look like they are really trying, you know, with the 11v11 simulations that they did try and improve it. I think, to be honest, the best thing I would say, it looks like you know, the first and second touch, like the players doing that looks really good. I'm looking forward to that. So I am really looking forward to the game anyway. I'm hoping that they improve it. We've got career mode stuff to look forward to as well. But anyway, I hope you have all enjoyed this like summary video with the official gameplay reveal from FIFA 21. If you could, please leave a like rating. If you could also subscribe, hit the bell, you'll stay up to date with any other videos that go live with the channel. The Arsenal career mode will continue next week, but I felt like it was appropriate just to basically check this out. But yeah, also leave a comment, you know, what do you think about FIFA 22? What do you think about all the, you know, everything so far that's been announced? You know, let me know. I want to know what you think. But yeah, leave a like, and I'll see you all in another video. Bye.